tummy time. Yeah, yeah. Okay, word. Nice word. We're tired now. Are we tired? Yeah. Wanna go back down for a nap? Maybe? Yeah? Shall we do that? Shall we get down for a nap? Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Stop. Ooh. Stand. Sound. Stand.
We might work better if we stand here.